G'day everyone. What is going on? It is your favorite producer from Down Under, Jhin, back with another video. And in this one, I'm going to be breaking down a beat of mine and also giving you some pointers in regards to what you can and shouldn't actually be doing when it comes to making beats and how you can actually go about making your first sale or getting a regular income from making beats. But yeah, if you are new here, would really appreciate it if you punch that subscribe button and also flick that little notification bell so you get notified every single time that I upload a video. But yeah, that being said, let's get into FL Studio. Let's get into this beat. Okay, so here we are in FL Studio, and as you can see, to begin with, we do have a really simple beat here. It's just a beat of mine called Pablo, which is honestly just a guitar and trumpet, kind of a Spanish-inspired beat yet again. I made this one before I made that beat Wanted, which was from last week's video, or the week before, because I did miss out last week's. But if you do want to watch that one, card will be right above my head. But to begin with this beat, we just have a guitar and a trumpet coming from BBC Symphony Orchestra yet again. This guitar is the acoustic guitar, I'm pretty sure, from Isla Efimov, because I finally went out and got myself an acoustic guitar plugin. Really simple chord progression. It's just cut up chords playing B minor, then to, I'm pretty sure it's F sharp minor. One thing I can suggest, for people that are new to making beats, make your patterns just simple. You don't need to go overcomplicated. If you're filling in every frequency range, and I've said this time and time again in a lot of my videos, if you're filling in every frequency range, there's not going to be enough room for an artist. So the first thing that I can say when it comes to making beats is picture what artist that you want on it and picture that artist actually rapping on the beat. And one thing I tend to do quite a bit as well is I listen to a couple of tracks before I go into making one myself, so I can actually pick up, hey, look, they have a guitar, they have a trumpet, and maybe one extra layer or something like that. When it comes to melodies, I never do any more than 5, because yet again, you need as much room as possible for an artist to actually be able to jump on a beat. If you fill in every frequency range, an artist might like it, yes. Will they buy it? No, because they can't actually picture themselves on it. So with this chord progression, we just simply have a B minor going into the F sharp minor, repeating over and over and over again, and in context sounds like so. As you can hear, it's just really simple. It's just repeating itself over and over and over again, just going for the 2 chords, because that is one thing that is really popular at the moment in a lot of trap songs, is just using 2 chords. Going on to the next element is another guitar right here. Yet again, from the Isla Efimov, it's just playing a really simple top line, and in context sounds like so. Something really simple yet again. I didn't want to go overboard because I pictured, I picture an artist actually jumping on this. This beat has actually sold, I think, about 5 or 6 times on my BeatStars already. And if you do want to grab it, I'll be leaving a link down in the description to my BeatStars page. Feel free to follow me over there. I've got a free mixing and mastering bundle as well for, for the FL Studio users, of a whole bunch of presets for stock plugins that I went in and actually handcrafted myself, all the way from, the Fruity Limiter, the Fruity Reverb, everything. If you want to grab it, link to that one yet again will be in the description. But in context, both of these guitars sound like so, and you'll hear how simple it is, yet catchy it is. As you can hear, it's just really simple, yet it's really catchy. Something like that will be able to get stuck in your head. And if it gets stuck in your head, it becomes that infamous earworm. That's what you want. If you can get, an artist humming, the top line of a beat that you've made, you can actually sell that to them, given the fact that it's just constantly in their head. It's something that they remember. You want to make a beat that is easy to remember and so many people will enjoy. And I honestly think I nailed it with this one. Going on to the trumpet now from BBC Symphony Orchestra, we've got two patterns, one with the top melody and then one literally just playing just the simple notes in 2 octaves, so the B and then the F sharp. Yet again, we have the F sharp 4, F sharp 5. One thing that I can suggest yet again is switch up your patterns. Don't just have the exact same thing playing. If you change it up a little bit, it's nice, it's pleasant to the ear. I also change up the 808 pattern as well. So we have this first one here, going D sharp to A sharp. And then as you can see, there's a lot of rolls going into it. But then when we get into the verse, there are some rolls, but it's not as chaotic compared to, the first one where, it's just everywhere. It's just, simple, straight to the point. I didn't want to, have the exact same thing looping over and over and over again because that would just get boring, not just to the artist, but to the listener as well. And as you can see, there's a lot of blank space in this beat. We have this blank space here, breaks, breaks, breaks everywhere. We don't have a lot of stuff playing because I wanted an artist to jump on this. And that's one thing that I can suggest is if you literally have just the exact same thing looping for 3 minutes, it's going to get boring. You need a way to, throw in the ear candy, whether it's, the producer tag or some effects such as, this shot from the trifreeze kit. Just really simple stuff. This triangle from the Cody kit. That one's from the Cody Reddit drum kit. Just simple rises. Just really, really, really simple stuff. This sound effect here that is in all of my beats, it's the storm sound effect from the Prod by HC. By the way, if you want to grab any of these drum sounds, I will be throwing them all into a kit, which is my go-to drum kit. Going to be completely free, given the fact that all of these sounds are free anyway from the drum kits that I've used them from. And if you do want to grab that, feel free to do so. It's just my way of, helping you guys, be able to use the sounds that I use, which are really, really, really good. But going back to this BBC Symphony Orchestra horn, we just have a really, really, really simple pattern coming in, and in context sounds like so. As you can hear, it's just really, really simple, simplistic, straight to the point. I didn't want to, overcomplicate it that much. Going into the second part, yet again, it's just the B and the F sharp, just playing 2 different octaves and in context. Just really simplistic, straight to the point. I didn't want to make it overcomplicated because if you have too much of a groove going, it can actually throw the artist off. Majority of my groove came from the drums, where I am actually going to be playing all of that now. We have the short clap from the trifreeze kit, which just sounds like so. Nothing special with that one. The hi-hat pattern is a little bit complicated, but that's something that I do quite a bit with my hi-hats. It's just, just to give it that extra bounce in context. This one sounds like so. Just something, it is slightly complicated, but not really that complicated. We've got a counter snare coming in from the trifreeze drum kit. Yet again, it's the smoke snare. Just to give it a little bit of extra groove. Then we have the 808, which the 808 is just really, really, really simple, straight to the point. We do have some rolls just giving it that bounce, and in context, this one sounds like so. By the way, this is the best, say, 808 from the trifreeze drum kit yet again. Just really simple, but will actually give a decent amount of bounce and a decent amount of groove to the whole track as well. Then we do have this woo perk coming in. Just sounds like so. Practically just a rim. And then we do have the essential open hat coming from the trifreeze drum kit yet again. just to give it a little bit of extra bounce as well. And that's something that I do with my verses is I just chop up the perks and just place them every now and then just to give it a little bit of extra groove, a little bit of extra bounce. When it comes to the automations, we just have the master volume just turning off at the end, reverb coming on. I do have the reverb on the master. Now, I know with the whole thing of don't put reverb on the master. If you automate it, it's perfectly fine. There's rules of music, but the biggest rule of music is break the rules. I know it kind of sounds counterproductive, but the biggest rule in music is the rules, break them, you know, you don't need them. But yeah, you know, the fruity reverb, I just literally have it on a preset called Reverb Master. That one is available in the mixing and mastering presets on my BeatStars page, which is totally free. Link to that one yet again in the description. And I have it just turning on at the end. You know, I don't have it going when the 808 is on. That's just personal preference. I have heard actually recently people have been adding a little bit of reverb to 808. It's weird, but can actually work in context. Then I just have this D blue taper stop literally right before the second verse or the second hook, sorry, just to, you know, give it a little bit of a switch up and a tempo change right at the end just to slow it down a little bit. I just thought, you know, that sounded nice. It was an accident because if I remember, I think I first started playing the track at like 120, but then it just felt slow. But I still liked how it kind of sounded. So at the end, just slowly bring it down. But yeah, honestly, if you did learn anything from this video, would really appreciate it if you punch that subscribe button and flick that little notification bell yet again so you get notified every single time that I upload. Yeah, leave a comment down below what you want to see next in a future video. Join the Discord. Feel free to yet again download that mixing and mastering preset pack from my BeatStars. All of my socials will be down in the description as well. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Peace out, and I'll catch you all next week for a regular upload.